It's Week 11 of the NFL.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson. First play, Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Also, on the play there. That'll be 3rd down. A free safety running all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" cornerback. Now a play fake here on first down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this across the 15 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Texans at 4 and 5, a game under 500. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Single dribbler right here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaking up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back to Taylor on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pull. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down. Pull. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Pull. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and he'll get a couple up to the 29. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. He gets correctly
this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Lewis Cine. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a...
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. A handoff. Haskins try the right side. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Wilson. And he coughed it up. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only about the 4. Calling a gain of the yards. They get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this world will lose some ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up the second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Completed out to left to Downs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first and 10, Poole. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's going to be brought down about the 16. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Working with a 2nd and 4. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jameson Williams. 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may get bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. To throw again on second down. Wilson, he'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Now it is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run once more with Taylor. And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big run there, 29 yards in the 1st. He had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll take it down here just shy of 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They've had success likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On third down, here's Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On fourth down, Poole got his tight end. That's complete. It's Lewis. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jameson Williams with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Oh, the option to give to Williams here. Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn. Offense in the second half. I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. To throw is Wilson. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. In their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll roll him out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Pull. And he rips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Pull. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. He's at the 40, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT.
Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just a play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Running left, Taylor. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, Poole. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. This is Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and roll off a pretty big play. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, Poole. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Browns set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Texans are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And as this defense